Hello, my friends. John LaRuffa here with another Unbiased Unboxing. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at Kanban EV. Whoa. Big Lacerda box as usual. Sprawling looking game board and components on the back. Let's take a look at what it looks like when we get it actually opened up and inside. Okay, everybody, and as usual, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as it greatly makes me happy. The front looks pretty interesting. You know, you've got this car that's basically blown out into different parts, which is kind of cool. It has kind of a futuristic, washed out look. And the back certainly is a clean appearance with the game kind of set up and in play. So I like that. Aesthetically, it's very, what do I want to say, sterile looking. Okay, and that's all right, maybe. That's okay. I guess a game about electronic vehicles, they can kind of get away with that. If this is the real automotive industry, my friends, let me tell you, there is nothing really sterile about that. Because it's a dirty business. Okay, so anyway, as we open this up, solid thickness as we come to expect with those little helpers to open it up. From all the Lacerda style games here, we've got this, basically promo thing in there. And then we got the rule book. Okay. So we've got the solo and reference and the rule book itself. Now I know this is going to be a whopper, as they all are. It certainly has that same kind of feel and look to games in the Lacerda family that we've seen before. And I expect to cuddle up on the couch with this little guy and work to try to figure it all out. So it has that very, very familiar layout that you've seen in other Lacerda games like On Mars or the CO2 Second Chance, kind of things like that. The key will be examples, and I see some examples over here, see a lot of them, so that's good. That's definitely helpful. There's pictures that kind of help you kind of figure out what you're doing there, so I'm hoping that this one won't actually be that tough once you figure out, as usual, all the interlocking mechanisms of what does what. Okay, so that is the entirety of the rule book itself. That's 24 pages of stuff, and all the way at the back, final scoring. So you got that. And then we've got the solo rules, which is why this game has been so long and come in my collection, because I waited for it to be solo. The original Kanban was not. So now we've got the solo rules, which looks like there's plenty of content here. Although I've heard it's pretty easy to actually run. And actually, it doesn't look like it's that bad, because you're already talking about end game scoring and difficulties increasing, etc. And just examples of what to do here. So that won't be too bad, I don't think. Because this is the solo rules and reference book. So maybe they aren't that bad. All right, let's take a look at these components. Nice and thick, as you'd expect. So that extra thick cardboard there. Top notch, high quality, great looking, sharp illustrations there. So they have that futuristic look, which is cool. I like that. And the artwork from, this guy is pretty well celebrated. And so it all has that look. Oh, look at that. I'm surprised they were able to do what looks like that, because the OEM that shall not be named, if anybody's actually in the automotive industry knows what I'm talking about, may take offense to that. But anyway, so we've got, looks like a little test track here and some different goals, the massive board. So we'll splay this bad boy out here. So that must be a test track for like the overlay of maybe a different player count or something. I'm not sure. It looks similar. It's got different stuff. All right, let me do this. Let me take a look at this thing in its entirety. So, that's kind of cool. Again, you see that that car and that exploded part look right there, and signed by the illustrator. So that's really nice. Let us carefully open it up. The back of the board, besides that, is white. And there we go. So pretty huge as usual. Pretty clean and very. You could definitely tell where the game components are versus the artwork. So I like that. It looks like it's crisp, and it'll make figuring out what to do a little bit easier. So I like that it's got good artwork here, but it's not full of fluff, so that will help declutter, even though it looks like there's a lot going on. Just my opinion so far. Okay, so we've got that. Now back to the components. So we do have these player boards that have the inlays in them, which is nice. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors there. Okay, and in the back art, they've just got his signature again there. Okay, then we have this seal here. Okay, so stuck inside are some trays, which I'm going to fill with components eventually. I'm sure of that. Okay, so a place for everything and everything in its place. That's nice. We have what'll probably be the, oh, I thought it was shrink wrap for a second. I was going to laugh. The metal, maybe first player token marker there, which is, looks like an old, almost looks like a little Batmobile with that fin in the back, but no, it's not. Anyway, so you got that. We've got some nice wood components here that look like big books with +1 markers. That's probably maybe research things. We've got different components for the different player colored cars. So we got green cars there. We got black cars. We got blue cars. We've got red. I don't know if that's player colors or not. Probably not. These are probably different types of cars you can build. Maybe that's the situation. I'm not sure. These look like the player. Well, you know what? I don't know, folks. I'm sorry. We definitely got some transmission-looking parts, engine parts. And maybe that's like your steering. This is your microchips. A little short on those these days, aren't we? And then the body and the batteries. Okay, some big butcher block like timetables. So there's nice components here, nice and chunky things. That's cool. We've got most likely logistical boxes here. This looks like your powertrain. And then maybe the assortment of extras, which I love. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you giving me one of everything extra. You know why? Because 1 in 5 games that I get, folks, is missing a piece, missing a card. It's unbelievable. And I got a lot of games. That means a lot of missing stuff. Anyway, it's just my luck. Okay, so then we've got these wooden components here. And the rest of the stuff looks like maybe discussion bubbles for the research room, and you've got meeples over here, and then you've got these locks. So these all look really good. I really like what I'm seeing. Okay, to crack open the cards. How are we doing with thickness? All right, these are good. Texture, they're not bad. I'd say they're average thickness, which is good. But they've got a little texture, which helps. And so you've got a bunch of these cards. This might be for our solo player, perhaps. Probably. And then a reshuffle. Yeah. Almost assuredly the solo mode. Okay, and then a stack of smaller cards here. All right. And these have good texture, and they are decent thickness. I'm still going to sleeve them. Oh, looks like we've got, maybe, did that stick together? No, maybe not. Okay, so anyway, you see what looks like a matrix of different, maybe, requirements on these cards. Okay, and then some other ones that have to do with maybe some needs. I don't know. I'm not really sure. These guys look like they're testing things out, so maybe I'm wrong about that. But either way, very functional. The artwork is crisp like the rest of the stuff here. You have all that iconography. You have, and there's a piece of art there that kind of springs it to life a little bit, which is cool, and the different e-vehicles. All right. And so that's what we got. I like the looks of all of it. So, bottom line, components are a winner for me. I love the inserts. The inserts help because, that's unfortunate. When I sleeve those things, they're going to bubble up, but they could have made it a little better. They could have thickened it up. Oh, well. I'll have to live with it like usual. But we've got everything in its place and a place for everything. Oh! Oh, almost screwed that up. Wouldn't that have been terrible? Hidden components. Not really. All right. So then we have some player board, player aids. Here we go. So this is nice. You got to have these with some Lacerda games. Otherwise, it's a brain buster unless you play it literally like once a week, which I should, but you know how it goes. Okay, so that's very good. It looks like this is also for maybe the one player too. So glad to see that. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I don't think there's anything else hidden under here. Nope, looks like we got it all. Wouldn't that have been a silliness? Okay, I hope whatever you play next, you have a great time doing it. Take it easy, everybody.